B2 Capital G here, giving you guys another amazing deck profile. You guys know that traditionally I like to take obscure anime archetypes a lot of times and try to make them as competitive as humanly possible. Maybe see if they can keep up with the meta, but this time, guys, I'm throwing all of that out the window and we're just doing this for the memes. You guys have probably heard about this Area 51 thing. We're going to storm Area 51. We're going to free the aliens, meet the aliens, ET, phone home, all that jazz. Well, guys, you can't storm Area 51 until you watch this deck profile. We got aliens here, and I'm going to show you guys everything that you need to know about aliens and security and how to get past the security in this deck profile. So, let's go ahead and just straight up jump into it. We're playing 3 copies of your Alien Shock Trooper. Keep in mind before you guys like, why are you running so many vanillas, or why are you running 3 vanilla monsters? Aliens are super old. This card is from, I believe, Tactical Evolution. Really, it's just in here because it is a pretty good beat stick, all things considered. This card is 1900 attack. It's not bad. If you were playing a traditional, just straight up alien build pure, you probably would run Rescue Rabbit, but we're not running that in this build. So yeah, Shock Trooper is just a big, giant beater for our archetype, or for our deck. We're playing 3 copies of Alien Almanite. Almanite is super strong in this deck, and it's always been good for aliens. Honestly, it's probably the best normal summon that aliens have. It special summons a level 4 or lower alien monster from your graveyard when you normal summon it, and because of some new cards, you can actually summon this card, or you can use it turn 0 now. This sets up for our level 5 synchro plays and also for our alien link plays, so definitely a solid card. We're playing 2 copies of Alien Overlord, which I'm sure you'll meet if you go to Area 51. This is our first monster that works with A counters, which obviously is kind of the gimmick of aliens, A counters, alien counters, etc., etc. This one can be summoned by removing 2 alien counters from the field, but fear not, it does put A counters back on your opponent's monsters. It puts A counters on all your opponent's monsters, so you can still kind of debuff them and mess around with your opponent and all that good stuff. We're playing 2 copies of Alien Kid. This one is not super strong. It basically is like a mini version of Alien Overlord. It puts A counters, but only on special summon monsters, which in 2019 is basically like everything that isn't, in a Guru Control or True Draco deck. So it's still perfectly fine. We got 2 copies of our Alien Dog, and Alien Dog I actually like a lot because it doesn't need up our normal summon. Alien Dog can be a special summon from the hand anytime you normal summon an alien monster. Then it puts A counters on your opponent's monsters, which is nice. This guy's also 1500 attack, which is not bad for a level 3 monster that is basically just kind of an extender for the deck. Now, I'm not just playing pure aliens. If you guys want to see a pure alien build when the when other stuff comes out, then I'll make that video. But I am playing other alien archetypes in this build, and that includes my favorite alien archetype in the game, Graydles. I love Graydles, guys. I like the artwork. I've always liked kind of the way that Graydles function, where they snatch steal your opponent's monsters, so I really am a fan of Graydles. We're playing 2 copies of Graydle Slime Jr. Excellent card. You normal summon it, and it can just special summon your Graydle monsters from the graveyard, including another copy of itself. If you have this guy in the grave and you have 1 in the hand, you have a free totally awesome, or I guess a 1 card totally awesome. We're playing his daddy, which is the original Graydle Slime. This is how we get into our level 8 synchro plays. It allows us to blow up our Graydles and then summon more Graydles from the graveyard when we summon this guy. He can also be summoned from the graveyard by his effect, which is also pretty nice. We have my favorite Graydle, which would be the Graydle Gator. Graydle Alligator is awesome. The reason it's my favorite is because of its interaction with Graydle Impact. Graydle Impact is kind of like the Scrap Dragon continuous spell. So Graydle Gator, if it's blown up by a continuous spell card, you get the snatch steal one of your opponent's monsters. So if you have Impact on the field, you activate the Scrap Dragon effect, you blow up your Gator, and you blow up one of your opponent's cards, and then his effect activates from the grave, and you snatch steal one of their cards. We're going to play a couple copies of your Graydle Eagle as well. We do not play Cobra because Cobra has to be destroyed by battle or trap effects, and I don't really think that there's a lot of destruction-based traps in Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now in the meta. I think that the spell effect we can activate ourselves, and Graydle Eagle is monster effects, which that happens all the time. So I honestly think that Cobra is the worst one by far. We're playing some UFOs in here. You guys know at Area 51 there will be tons of UFOs. Don't let the government lie to you, tell you there's no UFOs at Area 51. There are UFOs galore. Playing 2 copies of UFO Turtle. We don't have any targets for it, but we can summon another copy of itself, so that's why we have to run 2. We're playing UFO Roy. Continuing on with our UFO theme. And then lastly, the granddaddy of all of our monsters, Cyberstein. Cyberstein will become a little more clear as to why we run it when we get to the extra deck. There's a little special monster in there for it. We're playing, when it comes to the spells, 3 copies of A Cell Recombination Device. This is the best alien card outside of like Almanite. This card is so strong. Basically, it Foolish Burials one of your alien monsters to the graveyard. It applies A counters on your opponent's monsters based on that monster's level that you sent to the graveyard, and then outside of the turn that it goes to the grave, you can remove this card from the grave and you get a Rhoda effect, which it's just amazing, man. Like, this card foolishes your foolishes a monster. It sets up A counters on your opponent's stuff, and then it pays for itself during the next turn. Like, it's just a nuts card. You gotta run 3. We're gonna capitalize off of recombination by running a couple of copies of Mysterious Triangle. This is a card that's really good. It blows up a monster that has an A counter, and then it can special summon an alien monster at level 4 or lower from your deck. So use this on your opponent's monsters, put A counters on them, blow them up, and then special summon monsters. Also, it's a quick play, so it's really good during the battle phase or being disruption against your opponent. We're playing, finally, our last alien spell would be the Code A Ancient Ruins. This card's super old from Crimson Crisis, I believe. The main thing about it, because it is a super slow card, but it can be used. You can remove 2 A counters anywhere on the field, and you get a monster reborn for an alien monster. So it's really good. Kind of a recovery card when you go for like the alien synchro or the alien link plays. We're playing some Graydle cards, of course. We're going to play 3 copies of Graydle Impact. This is a card with 2 good effects. It's either going to use that Scrap Dragon effect where we're popping a Graydle and popping an opponent's card, or if we don't have any Graydles, we can still activate Impact during the end phase. We add a Graydle monster from our deck to our hand, then we can get that Scrap Dragon effect online, so it's really good. Now, since we're going to storm Area 51, we're going to play 2 copies of the Monarch Stormforth. That will help us storm, obviously. The Monarch Stormforth, since we are running some high-level monsters like the Alien Overlord and Graydle Slime, we can use this card to summon those monsters. But, yeah, it just kind of works with a couple of high-level monsters that we're using. And then there is the one-time passcode, because we obviously need a passcode to get into Area 51. If you don't have the passcode, you can't get in, and this is a one-time passcode. So that's why we run 1 copy of it. To our trap cards, we're running 3 copies of the best alien trap, in my opinion. That would be 3 copies of Brainwashing Beam. Brainwashing Beam is so freaking old. It doesn't even say target on it. It says select. This card was obviously before problem solving card text. I think it's from Power of the Duelist, and don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure it targets. It's never like been reprinted, so who even knows? Basically, you take one of your opponent's monsters that has an A counter on it, and then you can actually just like use that monster for a synchro summon or for a link summon, and this card really works well with their synchro monster. Flip this over, take your opponent's monster, link it away, then put this card back in your hand to be used during the next turn. So it's really nice card. We're playing as our final traps Crop Circles, which is just kind of in here because it fits the theme of aliens, and then our final trap, just for the memes, we're playing no entry. There's no entry in the Area 51, or so they think. We're getting in there. Don't you worry about that. We're definitely going to get in there. And let's go ahead and look at our extra deck. Now, since it is aliens, and aliens were originally synchro-based, we're, of course, going to play a couple copies of our synchro level 5. Your Alien Fortress Kogor. This card is amazing. Not only does it have destruction in its ability, but it also has the effect where it can take one of your like spells or traps, bounce them to your hand, and then distribute new A counters. Again, it lets you reuse Brainwashing Beam. We have our alternate level 5 synchro. We're playing our Ally of Justice Cataster. If you've ever read the Dual Terminal, you know about the Dual Terminal. Ally of Justice are, kind of like crazy space type machines, and I felt like it fit the theme of this deck. We're playing a couple copies of our Graydle Dragon. This is our destruction when it comes to like the extra deck, our main kind of destruction. Although we do have some out of our Cosmic Fortress, but I think that Graydle Dragon is still a really solid card. We have our anti-destruction and Stardust Dragon. Hey, he's from the stars. I'm pretty sure he's some type of alien dragon of some sorts. We are running some Exceed monsters because we have a bunch of different levels and a lot of monsters of those levels. So for the rank 3, we have our number 26, Octo Bypass. We have our non-alien in here. This is the only one. Totally awesome, but I don't care. It's too damn strong not to run. We can make this with a couple of Graydle Slimes, and it's just honestly too good not to use. We're playing a couple of outer entities. I mean, they're from the... what is that outer... What does that mean, outer entity? To me, it means space. So that would mean that they're an alien, and that qualifies for them to be in this deck. We are running obviously a lot of level 4s, so rank 4s just kind of makes sense. For our Link monsters, finally, we're playing the Alien Link Monster, which this might look like an OCG copy of the card, but I promise you guys, it's actually in an alien language. Kappa. No, that's just for memes. Yeah, we're going to run the Alien Link. We're going to use some of the cards that we can use with one-time passcode, like our copy of Link Spider, and then we have Secure Gardener. So one-time passcode allows you to go on the Link Spider. Link Spider can summon a Shock Trooper from your hand. Then you can turn your Link Spider into a Secure Gardener, and that's actually a pretty spicy play. Now, to get past security, we're going to need some security of our own. That would be the Security Dragon, which, again, it's only in here for the memes. And finally, we have one fusion monster because we play Cyberstein. Bam! The last warrior from another planet. He's locked up in Area 51, and we have to save him. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this deck profile. If you guys do like these deck profiles, please let me know in the comment section below, or just by thumbing up the video. Only takes a second, and it lets me know you guys want to continue seeing this series so that it doesn't die like those aliens if we don't save them. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.